actually a little lost. We still can't figure.
Down. I mean, I know this woman is like the favorite author ever, and so I'm going to introduce her anyway. So, Camilla, come on, take it away. The stopwatch. Oh, you do not have to do the stopwatch. Oh my goodness.
Okay. My name is Camille. I write under the name Camilla Monk. I'm French, so maybe you will notice my very strong French accent. Sorry about that. I've been writing for 4 years, and I've been published for 3. I started out traditionally published, and then I branched to self-publishing, and then I went back recently to trad publishing. My next series will be traditionally published, and I also have traditional contracts for my audiobooks. So I'm kind of in between those, and I guess I am what we call a hybrid author. What can I say? I wasn't sure what to talk about today because I don't really have much advice to give you guys. I don't consider myself a very experienced author. I published 6 books so far, and I wrote 8, so it's not that many, much less than you. But I thought that I would give you some bad career advice that should help. And the first thing I wanted to discuss is we heard earlier during a conference that you should pay attention to the market, to the categories, to what readers expect. And I am here to tell you to do none of that. To write what you love and not to worry about categories or market, because if you do, the problem is that you will have a hard time writing. You need to, to pull yourself up in your manuscript. And if you worry too much about what people expect, what genre they expect, what are those genres conventions, you're gonna have a hard time freeing your mind and really being truthful in what you're writing. So this could come later in your career, but I do believe that when you're starting out, and yeah, even later, don't worry too much about genre conventions. I can say that it worked for me because I ship all over genre conventions. I don't care about them. So it gave my publisher a hard time marketing my books because they weren't too sure, what are we trying to sell? Is this a thriller? Is this romantic suspense? Why is there an ostrich in there? But I really derive a lot of pleasure from writing and from just pouring whatever comes through my mind on paper, technically. So yeah, don't worry about those. Don't worry about categorizing your work. The other advice I would like to give you is don't worry about getting traditionally published. I know that this is a goal for pretty much all of us, especially when we start. We really hope to get an agent, to get traditionally published. We strive toward that. But the truth is that you can get noticed by self-publishing too. Actually, I switched back to self-publishing, and my current agent, I'm currently being represented by Donald Mass agency, and they actually came to me because of my self-published book. Well, my agent was one of my readers at first, and she contacted me on Twitter, and she was like, I really like those books, what's going to happen in the next one, and we ended up discussing business eventually. So just because you're self-publishing doesn't mean that you could traditionally publish later. So don't worry too much about hunting for an agent, because I've seen many aspiring authors getting bitter about this. They get obsessed about getting an agent. They brood over all those rejections, and it kind of hinders them from being creative. All they're thinking about is that no one understands them, but they're no longer putting their efforts toward their books. They're putting their efforts toward their letters, and I don't think that works. So yeah, that's another piece of advice. Just write for yourself, write what you love, and maybe, try querying, but if it doesn't work, don't spend years, sending hundreds of query letters to get there. Just self-publish and you'll get your first reviews, and you're going to feel really good, about getting feedback on your writing, and things will come naturally over time. You don't need to get an agent to start. I actually did start my career with an agent, but I don't think I'm a good example because I got really incredibly lucky, and what happened to me just isn't supposed to happen, because I sent 5 queries and then 3 agents responded, and I got an agent in about 1 month, and then my first book was sold 2 months later. So that's how I started, but I do realize that I just got lucky. It wasn't insane work. I'm not incredibly talented or whatever. I just got lucky, and you should not, it's like playing the lottery, and don't put all your efforts into playing the lottery. Just write and make yourself happy first. Don't bother about the business. And the third part is about interacting with your readers. I was telling this to my readers recently. For some reason, while I was preparing my notes for this conference, I was reminded of one of the very first interactions I had with a reader. It was my first book. I had no readers at the time. It's this person who reads. There's nothing. And I remember that I started getting a couple of reviews, a couple of people who were adding my books to their read list, and they were discussing it in a long comment feed. And I went just to say hi, because someone I recognized someone who had interacted with me a few days before. So I come, I say hi, and then one of the girl, she said, "Oh, helicopter authors, don't you love them?" And she quickly banned me. She blocked me on Goodreads. And then she slapped me with a 1-star review. And at the time, you will be told a lot that you should not try to interact with reviewers. That you should stay away from them. And I rolled over that. I thought, wow, did I do something wrong? And no, I don't give a shit. I am a helicopter author. I really have this strong relationship with my readers, where we talk on Facebook all the time. We have a readers group. I comment on their reviews. I make it a point to like every single review I get, so that reviewers know that I read it. Because in someone, it's people, who are going to slap me with a 1-star, and I'm the only one who likes it. So, it's kind of sick pleasure. No one likes you, only me. So you will probably be told not to interact with reviewers, and I'm telling you the opposite. You should not fight with the readers. With readers over a 1-star review or a bad review. That's really a terrible thing to do. But you can interact with them, and I happen to be very reclusive. I'm your stereotypical reclusive author. This is the very first time I speak in public. I am terrified. You can probably hear my voice faltering and I keep missing words. But I do interact with my readers online a lot. And I think that this really made my success because my readers are really my ambassadors. They talk about my books a lot, they share them. I don't like doing blog tours because I have a very I had a bad experience for my first book because we wrote at my age we were like 300 blogs, and I think that 6 of them replied. So once things started to go well for me, I was like, okay, I don't have time for this. I'm not going to write to 200, 300 blogs and just to receive negative responses or no response. So I don't write to them much. And for example, when I distribute ARCs, I almost exclusively distribute them to my readers. I pretty much never request reviews from official websites, from groups, from that kind of stuff. And I don't care about it. I don't think that it would change much for me. And I happen to sell books without them. So I can do without. So yeah, interact with your readers. That's the best I can tell you. And I know that I should go out more and do more in-person marketing like I'm doing today, meeting you guys. But I'm still not quite there. I'm trying. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much the advice I have to give you. I'm not going to present my latest book because I always feel uncomfortable pushing my books in people's face. So actually, it's sitting on the table, but I'm not going to show it. Maybe you're looking up on the internet. But I will not advertise it. And now, if you have questions about the business side, because I have to mention that before I became a self-published author, I worked in digital marketing. So I do a lot of things myself. I do my own website. I do my e-commerce. Because I love that. It's really for pleasure. It's not because I don't have any budget for it. I actually think I spend too much producing my book. But I really love doing all of this. So if you have questions about the business aspect, how it's going for me as a self-published author, or about my experience as a traditionally published author, well, they're welcome. And yeah, maybe I also forgot to mention that I am actually a full-time author. Because I mentioned earlier that I eventually met success. I've been making a pretty good living from my writing for almost 2 years now.
Your books are awesome. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that.
That's because I am also. Like my husband always said, "You're perfect, Michelle. You're perfect, honey." He doesn't want to get beaten.
Well, I know you.
It's my favorite author. What is that question?
I'm listening.
Okay, someone else has a question. Do you recommend a particular program or system to keep track of sales and expenses?
I don't use one because I cut it mine. As I said, I used to work in digital marketing. I developed websites for financial companies. So I still like to code from time to time, and I develop my own tools because exactly as you said, I needed something that would combine all sales. When you use KDP, Amazon's tool, you see all sales in different currencies, and it's really annoying to just know in one glimpse just how much money you made this month. So I created my own tool for that I use. Basically, I can copy the entire Amazon page, and then my tool is going to analyze it and then tell me this month you made that much money. It's going to query remote applications that handles the currency exchange, and then send back the results, and then add it all together, and basically it's going to tell me like you're on March 10th and you've met $3,000 for now. So that's how I do it, and I don't really have a software to recommend you. Excel maybe.
Do you recommend? Nope. I like. So, are you eventually going to sell that?
No, because it would take a lot of work to make it really professional and have it reach the level of quality that I expect from a professional tool. So for now, it's just a suite that's sitting on my computer and that only I use.
And she says, "Oh."
Yeah, you're gonna have to do the math yourself.
But she has an IT hubby. She'll do that. My question is, how on earth did you invent the most perfect hero in like literature?
Do you mean the hobo in Still, right? Yeah, because earlier I mentioned that I write whatever comes through my mind, and I just do my thing. And in my latest book, the hero is a hobo who gets stuck time.
I haven't read your latest one yet, so
I will call you. And I don't know. I said earlier that I'm kind of obsessed with a French comic whose name is Pierre Desproges. He was a very tormented man. He died of cancer very young, 45. And he was just amazing. He had this amazing mind. I couldn't really explain it well because he wrote everything in French, so it's hard to translate. But he really had this way of being. He was a very nervous man, even when he was on stage. You could tell that he was kind of jittery. He had a way of being. And when I created March, I was thinking of one of his sketches, which was about a man suffering from OCD. It was like, I need to pour my tea right in the center of the cup. Otherwise, it doesn't work for me. And when I come home from work, I kind of clean up my zebra. It calms me. It's very calming and stuff like that. And so he's playing on stage, and he's playing this very contained man who looks very cold and contained, but at the same time you can feel that this man has issues, that he's kind of jittery, that he's weird. And then he's telling about his strange habits. And March kind of came from that character. And I wish I was able to translate this sketch in English, but it's full of puns that would be really difficult to translate.
Any other questions on my end? Carrie said that she doesn't like math. So, any other questions?
What genre would you call your books?
I call my books, the Spotless series is ultra-violent chick lit. That would be my niche. Then the Still series, which I just started, I would say that it's urban fantasy with taxidermy animals. and a 2,000-year-old hobo who can stop time. And then the trilogy that I've been writing on the site and that my agent is busy shopping at the moment is really dark fantasy. I have an obsession for ancient Roman history. So, and you can see that in my books. It will often come. I will include details that refer to ancient Rome, and Still obviously is very much all about ancient Rome. And so, for many reasons, I wanted to write something serious for once, because my books are usually completely crazy. So I started to write the story of a young woman in the fantasy world that's inspired by ancient Rome, where you have the rise of really a new religion, then where you have women who are oppressed. So it's very, should I say, it's very classical in its structure. And this is a different genre. This is a completely different genre for me. So yeah, that would be ultra-violent chick lit, weird urban fantasy, and now dark fantasy inspired by history.
excited to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the 2018 Inspirational Women in Literature. An author. I can't have favorite author. Got it?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This has been a presentation of the Inspirational Women in Literature Conference 2018 presented by the Anti-Thought Ladies.